So, Anthony, what's your key takeaway from learning the ICOR methodology?
Most important, I think, is that it's more about the workflow and the processes than about the tools. And that's a game changer for me because I was looking for the holy grail, looking for the solution, the one app to rule them all, and thinking that that will in the end change everything and will solve all my problems. And that's not true. So I already understood that from taking the courses online,
Hmm.
but it becomes more apparent if you have interaction with you and Paco and with Barry as well. So the interaction, talking about systems, talking about the workflow, the principles, which are more important than the actual tools you're using. Um,
Yeah, and talking about tools, we started with laying out the ICOR framework, right? So, how was this helpful to change your view on your own tool stack?
well, I made already some initial changes. We made some changes on the way, and I've made some changes in the end. So it's different than a month before. So if you look back for a month, it's changed. Not to change on itself. It's not my effort. It's not my goal to change my tool stack. Why
Yeah,
should I? And that's another thing. You shouldn't change your tool stack every often, but you're not married to your tools either. So you can change them on the go. And I watched your video about Obsidian. Yeah, that's the one. I watched your video about Obsidian, and I really liked what you were saying there. It's not the same for everyone. So that's the first thing that you have to notice. And you can get lost in your tools, and you can get lost in your tool stack. And you really have to optimize finding which fits your workflow, which fits your way your brain works, the way your system works, the way your company works, the way your colleagues work. And if you find the tools that really fulfill one part of your demand, well, it's maybe very good for that part, but not optimal for other parts. And having the clarity of mind that you can combine, that you don't have to use all the features in a piece of software. And that was really important for me. That's already the first 2 weeks, I think, that really kicked in. I really understood, okay, if it's a feature, you don't have to use it. You only use it if it's optimal for you, if it really works. And if it
yeah, and
doesn't,
there's
don't
no
work
shame
it.
of using several tools, right? As long as you know what you're using each tool for.
Yeah, and they fit together. So things that really changed for me is, of course, I changed really planning. I told you and Paco last week. I was talking to a guy. It's really in my life for 4 or 5 years now. Really as a sparring partner to have a step back and focus on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And he said, "Well, I thought you were a real good planner." Well, me as well. I thought also, but I was just adding due dates to tasks, and that's not planning. So that really changed. It really changed for me, and I'm going to change even more because next year I will start with doing a quarterly planning, not focusing on 5 years ahead or 1 year ahead, just one quarter at a time, and then breaking it down into a month, and then breaking it down into a week. And every week I will plan my week and then have a fine tuning every day. Just very small steps, but in the end, you told somewhere on the course if you can manage to get one thing done every day, one major thing, in the end of the year, it's over 200 things that will really make a difference in achieving your goal. So
Yeah.
that's true. I don't have to think about I have to achieve a goal which seems impossible. I just have to think about getting the next step done. And then tomorrow is another day again.
Exactly. And this from you, who is managing these big projects, right? Building houses and bridges and everything by
Yeah.
being involved, right? So that's amazing. And it just shows that it is even flexible for that. It's great. Taking one step after the other is much easier to do than always being overwhelmed with the end goal in mind and hustling the way through the 5 years even. So, what do
Uh,
you think the impact was having two coaches in a circle program instead of, the usual one?
I think it's very valuable. Of course, it's the situation you have. You have the benefit that you have each other. If you would be a solo entrepreneur or Paco would be solo, you wouldn't have the option. Um, But this helps because you are both very different persons with a different approach, with a different mindset, with a different level of expertise or experiences. But you have one thing in common, that you have found each other with the paperless movement, of course. So you think very much alike when it comes to getting productive. But it helps if somebody says, I think it was Paco, he was planning some sort of an event which comes back every so many times. Very big event, a lot of people, so maybe 1,000 tasks or maybe 10,000 tasks. Uh, you just have to have such an event, such a project to speak about it and to tell about it. And you have a different experience base from big corporate where you came from, which really connected with Mary, of course. But you have the benefit that you have two worlds which you can combine, which makes you kind of double as valuable. So I really enjoyed having the both of you. Of course, we were just with two people, so it was almost like a one-on-one. Normally, it would be two with maybe four, maybe five, or maybe six. So then, of course, two is still going to be divided by the other ones. But I really liked that you can pick up where the other one leaves. So you say something and Paco continues. Paco tells something and you can build upon that. So I really enjoyed the interaction you have. It really works.
Oh, that's great. And that's where we advocate for ICOR being possible to implement in any industry or size of company or situation in a business, as there's a big difference between Paco and me when it comes to the experience, as you pointed out. And we just both know the merge of our methods, concepts, and workflows there in the ICO methodology was key to really work in all these other different scenarios. And that's really hard to get, when you don't have these experiences at all, or then just one experience only. And obviously, that's not only the two of us going into ICO, it was also experiences from our members and their different industries coming from there and seeing that it's working there. So yeah, great feedback. Thank you very much. So how do you assess the return of investment of the inner circle then?
If I look at it objectively, it's ridiculously, stupidly cheap. Because it's, of course, it's a lot of time that you have to invest. It's like 5 sessions of 3 hours. And I really put in some work in preparing. So doing the courses online, doing the tasks that you get, the homework in a certain sense, really being busy and being engaging with the material. So it takes a lot of time, maybe 10, 15 hours a week, something like that. Strangely enough, I still got things done. So I took a large part of my normal work week and put it into the ICOR framework and doing the paperless movement. And it still returned more time than I was spending on the ICOR, just in those weeks alone. That's a promise for me for the future, because I don't have to put in 10, 15 hours of studying and reading and watching YouTube, etc. every week, but I will get every gain again and again and again. And for me, it's very easy. It's my own company. I spent a few thousand euros on the program, but the return on investment is already, before we reach the end goal, it's already there. I've already saved myself more than I've ever spent. So I've put in a lot of hours, I've put in some money, but it's not really that much. So it's really easy to get a return on investment. You don't have to wait for 5 years to have a return on investment. It's more like 5 weeks or 5 months. But then you will really start reaping the benefits. You're getting the benefits back from having a system which takes less time, less things getting through the cracks and getting lost. If I sell my hours, it's like I will charge 150 or 200 euros anyway for my own hours as well. So I understand you and Paco, you cannot be cheap. But if you take the time that you've put into this one, just being present, contact hours alone, it's really bargain. It's really low investment, very high return.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you very much, Anthony. That's great to hear. So you would recommend it to other busy professionals?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, even for people within my own team. So it's not a real big team, but I'm really thinking about people that I should sign up to do this as well.
Great.
Just to get their own productivity going.
That's great. And if everybody is aligned, it makes it even more effective. That's a compounding effect that we have there. And that's where we have the inner circle teams for teams then coming up. Thank you very much, Anthony.